Hi Soul Family, we're in Encinitas, California, and there's your view of the ocean, and that's about as close as you're gonna get unless you look at the sign right there, because it is hot. It has never been this humid ever. I used to live here. I used to live in Leucadia, just up the road, and I don't ever remember humidity like this. And the lady that I was talking to at the farmer's market, she's like, I know, it's nuts, it's crazy. She goes, it never used to be this way. I came down to meet my friend Scott. We came down and we had lunch at my little Raul's Taco Shack, which was, I used to get shredded beef flautas. They were the best in the world, and I forgot. You know what? I'm not a meat eater anymore. So, bean and cheese burrito, and it was okay. I'm waiting for the clouds to go over the sun. Scott said, because I said, I'm not going to be able to get to the beach, like to the water. I wanted you guys to have the water. And he's like, there's no parking. And I thought, yeah, you're right. He goes, you ever been to the park at the top of the hill? Because people go up there to meditate. And I went driving to try and find us a beach. Oh, look at the bunnies. There's our animal totems. 2 of them. A pair. That's a good sign, right? Fertility. Fertility, giant leaps forward. So nobody's here. So this is good. This is good. We're going to work up here. We got a black Phoebe flycatcher sitting right on the post here as well. Flycatcher. Flies are the distractions, right? Hi, Phoebe. Phoebe has a message for us as well. Oh, there's another bunny. There's lots of bunnies. So we're going to work over here because look at our view. There's our view. Hi, bunnykins. I'm going to go right there. I'm going to sit right in the shade with the bunny. You don't have to run away. You don't have to run away. I'll share it with you. Okay? I'll share it with you. It's okay. It's okay. You're okay. Oh, look how beautiful you guys. It's okay, bunny buns. You know what? She'll come back out. We're going to go right over here. How about... It's okay, bunny buns. Oh, sweetheart. Oh, there's people coming now. Well, they'll stay away from me. Okay. So... this is where we're going to do our reading with Peter Cottontail. Hi, bunnykins. Hi, pretty little bunnykins. Look at the red in the back. And the crow. Oh, lots of animal messengers today. So the ones that we're going to focus on, of course, are going to be the rabbits and the black Phoebe flycatcher, because that was the first. I was just at the market down in Encinitas at the surf market there, and I was looking for like different crystals, and I told you guys I want a beryl. I said I should get a beryl wedding ring, right? Oh, you guys, oh yeah, you'll know. I recorded today's reading, and we haven't I didn't have time to upload it because I had to go with Scott. I had to meet him really quick. There was a huge accident on the freeway. It took us hours to get here, and so I'll upload that later, and you'll get both readings back to back, as we've done sometimes. So here comes the whole family, great. Anyway, so I'm looking at these different crystals at the farmer's market, and I said, do you have any beryl crystal? I need to bathe in beryl crystal, right? The aqua, and I said, I need the aquamarine beryl crystal. And you know what, I should know this, and I'm laughing at myself, so here's education for you, and you may have already known this and laughed at me, and that's okay, I can laugh at myself. Beryl aquamarine crystal is aquamarine. It's the aquamarine crystal. That's what it is. And I said, that was my sister's ring, my special ring, right? And when I was in high school, somebody jumped me, and that very precious ring, my little sister has, she died when she was 16. I had that ring, and that ring broke in that place, and I lost it. And I've never had another since. And that's a very, very special crystal for me, is aquamarine. But it has to be that color, that deep color. And she says, yeah, well, everyone wants that deep color because, the richer the color, the more expensive the stone. She goes, you're looking for, and isn't that amazing? This is me. I have such high taste. I have quality taste, I like fine things. I like really good things. I find them generally at a good price, but I do like beautiful things. So now I know that my wedding ring is most likely supposed to be a very beautiful gem cut aquamarine, but I like kind of like the rough look of it. So there's your beryl crystal, you guys. If you have an aquamarine, there's your beryl crystal. I don't. So I found one like it was a lighter color. I want one deeper, but it was a really cool looking ring, and it was kind of like the rough stone. And if they leave, maybe the bunny will come back. They scared the bunny away. So today what we're going to do is we're going to work with the deck I spoke to you guys earlier about. I finally got it. Blessed Be. It's by Lucy Cavendish. And look at the back. Look at that. Oh, we're going to read the back of the card. We're going to start. So first of all, let me, I'm going to run out of battery, so I have Sandy's battery charger, thank God. Scott and I were sitting there at that little taco shop, and I looked at this young guy standing there, and I'm like, "Are you Billy's son?" And he's like, "Yeah." And I'm like, "Oh my God." And he goes, "Sherry, I dated his dad." And it wasn't even a date. It was stupid because we met on a dating website, which is what I do. I meet these people on dating websites, right? And then they become my friends. And that was a long time ago. I don't do that anymore. So if people are saying, "Oh, you're on dating websites?" No, I'm not. And I forgot the charger cord. So we're not going to be able to charge. Oh my God. This is ridiculous. So we may end up in the car again, like we do. So embarrassing. Anyway, it's Mercury retrograde, right? Here, I'm going to say hello to you guys. Hi. Mercury retrograde, and you just run into people, and he's like the sweetest kid. Billy's a really nice man, really, really nice guy. We ended up just being friends. So it's weird how everyone's popping out of the woodwork, and Scott's like, "Well, how many guys did you go out with?" And I said, I haven't. They're just showing up. Everyone's showing up now. And we started talking about things, and he gave me all kinds of things that happened in that synchronicity overload. The mirrors, the Betty and Veronica and the Archie and Reggie. I've already spoken about it today. I've realized that I'm watching somebody's family, their parents. That's their life. I thought it was my life and them, and it might be a repeat. But I listened to Scott, and he started to talk to us about people that we knew in school. I don't remember them, and he started talking about them, and I said, "Oh my God, that's that person, and that's that person, and that's that person." And I realized that these people that have been coming to me in my dreams, because I'm a medium, I'm channeling these ones that have passed away that I was never able to say goodbye to. They're coming in my dreams, and I'm saying goodbye. I'm in person, like I'm there, and it's interesting. And so many things I can't tell you. Scott is literally the representation of the best friend of my twin soul. It's really odd. It's really, 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 really odd. He said to me, "You know my real name, right?" And he tells me his real name, and I'm like, "Oh my God, I didn't know that was your real name." And I heard in my head the other night, everyone thinks my best friend and I are the same person. And I get that because we talked about that, my best friend and I in high school, and she thought she was this little goody-goody, and she was such a sweet little innocent thing, and they thought I was such this little firecracker, right? And it was the exact opposite. I was the little innocent one, and Scott's like, "Oh yeah, man, I used to see her at parties doing this, that, and the other." So it's like all the stuff she did, I got blamed for. She got in trouble, and she would tell her parents that she was with me, so they hated me. But all this stuff's coming up. It's cracking me up, all the things that we're seeing. And what else did I want to tell you? There's something else I wanted to tell you. It's just weird how the mirrors, on and on. And I said, I don't want to go there. There's a lot of, and my friend, my really, really good friend in high school that died on the mountain, on Big Bear coming down from the mountain, him and his friend, found out that they were part of a cult. This really, really, they were all part of it, all of them. They were part of this really freaky, I don't know what it was called, and I don't want to know. And I said, I can't believe that. That kind of ruins my whole idea of who they were. You know, I had no idea. I was so innocent, and I didn't have any idea. And I said, so their death, because it has a lot. It's very much like the Santa Muerta, that cult. And I said, so the slide off the side of the mountain. I said, was that because they were trying to leave? And he said, that's what the buzz was. He says they were trying to, they wanted to get out of it, and they took them out. And either that or it was karma. And I thought, yeah, because it was all about the power. It was all about the control. They all were very, wanting to get big in the business world, and they were using this to help them. And when you do bad things to people, to build your way up the ladder, you face karma, and you wonder why. And he says, it's interesting. He says, every one of those people that we knew that was trying to get out of it, he says they're all dead. He goes, they either died of weird accidents, or they died of cancer, or they had something happen. And I'm like, wow. So it's like karma just comes, And right there, like a bug. It's not going to let you go. I'm going to see if I can... if I can see you guys. Scott and I were both up until like 4 in the morning. Not together. He was up at a band, at a gig in Ocean Beach, and I was up with all these dreams that I had last night. And I decided that, you know what, I'm tired of your life. I'm tired of your family's life. I'm tired of all of this crap. I don't want to watch this anymore. I don't want the drama. So, here's my new glasses. And guess who came back? Bunnykins. So, what else is like? So I decided that, what does Spirit say? Stay away from the drama, right? I don't want a part of that drama. I don't want to be a part of that. And so I'm going to just go do something fun and keep my energy light, because when we allow our energy to go into a dark place, when we get into that sad place or that negative energy, you're dipping, right? And that's the whole part. The whole point of the darker energy is to pull us off our path, and I'm not going to be pulled off my path. So then I'm at the market, and this man pulls me aside, and he says, oh, here, he says, would you like to listen to this piano? And it's a CD, and he's playing, I guess it was him, and his name is Greg. And I said, oh, that's my brother's name. And he says, what do you do? And I told him, and I was looking for a business card, which of course I don't have because I never promote myself, you know. And he asked me what sign I am, and I said, I'm an Aries and a Pisces moon. And he goes, Pisces? Huh. He goes, you know, most porn stars are Pisces. And I said, you know what, don't tell me that. I don't want to talk about that. I don't want to talk about that. I've seen way too much lately, and I don't want to talk about that. So he's like, oh, okay. So I said, I gotta go. I gotta go do my reading. So that's what we're gonna do. And right now, I'm gonna put you down, and you guys are gonna look at Peter Cottontail. And that's a very good message for all of us, because it speaks of fertility. Fertility in business, fertility in love, fertility in everything, right? And this one is in the best place for you to be if you're trying to bring that into your life in nature. Just chilling, just relaxing. I love the red on his back, by his neck. It's beautiful. And there's my eucalyptus trees, right? The healing eucalyptus trees. They like the coast. It's beautiful. So we're gonna work with the Blessed Bead deck, and I have not looked at any of these cards. I like to do it with you. I like to be surprised and as excited as everybody else when we pull them out. So we're going to do it together. And if you guys want to work with zodiac signs, you can. How can we choose? Well, we're going to do some funky stuff because I don't have a lot of things to pull from. So this is going to be funny. We're going to choose from... Okay. This is how we're going to do it. Okay, ready? This is what we have. So this is what we're going to use. You're going to choose from Fiber One, chocolate peanut butter, calorie bar. Actually, it's protein bar, right? And then Greek yogurt, protein, cranberry, and citrus. And this is my charger, which I can't use, so we're going to have to run. And this is my, see, there's 2 chargers without the cords. 2 chargers without the cords. So let's mix these up a little bit. So what good is a charger without having the cord to plug it in, right? I can't use it. So it's like in life, in any instance, like in a relationship or in a business, I've got this amazing charger. It holds tons of power. It's amazing. And it's pink. It's pretty, it's feminine, right? I like it, but I can't use it. It doesn't do any good because I don't have the other part of it. This is very convenient, right? I can go anywhere and I can plug in my phone anywhere in anyone's house. This is the receptacle, but I don't have the cord to plug into my phone, so it's useless too, right? This tastes good. Chocolate peanut butter. I like those too. 90 calories. It's got 1 gram? It's got 1 gram of protein. See, now my best friend or my girlfriend told me to get these because she thought this was really good. What does this one have? 1 gram. So that's basically, you're just eating nothing. Why am I wasting that? You know, I'd rather have an apple. Okay, and this one is not even telling me. Doesn't even tell me. Good source of protein, really? How many? How many grams? Doesn't even tell you. Well, this one tastes better, I'll tell you that. Okay, so if you're going to choose from these ones, I'm going to choose, well, I'm not going to choose that because that's a ripoff. That was misleading advertising, right? Think about that. Misleading advertisement. She's like, oh yeah, it's really good. She's on this high protein and low calorie, blah, blah, blah. And it's, forget it. That's just like, sounds great, but it's not. This one holds a lot of battery. This one tastes fantastic. But I need this every day. So these two are mine. Those are the ones that are pretty, but not good without the other part. And that tastes good, but it's not doing me any good. So these two. That's how I'm doing it. You guys can do it however you want. Okay, so here we go. Look at little sweet chicken over there. Okay, so for the first, okay, and so then if you want to do by Zodiac, well, that'll be me. So that'll be Aries. This will be Pisces, because that's the other part of me. This will be Earth, and this will be air. So fire, water, earth, air. Earth, air, fire, water. Earth, air, fire, water. Okay. So, for earth signs. Wow. This is my favorite card of the entire deck. I already know just looking at it. A blessing on your wisdom. So this is somebody whose spirit will bless you because you are listening. You are very connected to your animal messengers. Look at that. You've got the wolf guardian with you. You've got the snowy owl, the silent flyer. You've got the raven for magic and miracles. And she's got a selenite wand tower in front of her for cleansing. What is she burning in this bowl? Sage? Or is she just manifesting? Because you know what's interesting? Look how it's kind of becoming part of her gown. And it's the new moon. A blessing on your wisdom. That's beautiful. So right now, Spirit's telling you, look at the number, you guys. 3 and 6, 9. And what are we, it's constant. It's absolutely constant that we keep getting the number 9. Get to work, light worker. You've got everything you need. Everything you need in order to move forward on your spiritual path. So wisdom. So you ask yourself, what is wisdom? And what is wise to you? What's wise to one person isn't wise to another person. Now, one person may think that it's wise. This is a good choice, right? There's only 90 calories in it. But there's 80 milligrams of sodium and 1 gram of protein. So I'm looking at this and I'm thinking to myself, okay, so if you're gonna go eat a chocolate bar or this, you're only gonna blow 90 calories, right? But you're not getting any protein. If I wanna take something into my body, I want to bring something beneficial into my body, right? So it's wise for one person, but it's not wise for me. So you ask yourself, you're gonna be blessed for your wisdom, the kind of wisdom that you are using. Spirit wants us to be open to the wisdom that we get from our animal messengers. They want us to be open to the synchronistic events that happen, the messages that people bring us. There's so much information that we get. Just like most Pisces are porn stars. I'm like, I've been watching that, right? Thanks for reiterating that. Or, you know, I'm sitting there with Scott and he's literally telling me all of this stuff about people that I've known, and it's coordinating and giving me sign after sign after sign. You can be anywhere and get messages from people. Overheard conversations. When I was at the market, I'm looking for a beryl aquamarine crystal to find out that it's an aquamarine, right? So be open to the messages. Look at this. Look at the dog walking slowly towards the bunny. The bunny's sleepy, right? Not paying attention. And the dog is like, walk. If I go really, really slow, the bunny won't know.
Exactly. It hasn't worked yet.
But you know what? It's going to keep trying.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm going to stalk you really, really slowly. And the bunny's like, do you think I don't know you're here? Do you think I don't know you're stalking me? Like, really? Yeah, but if I go really, really slow, I don't think you really know. You're not really paying attention. I don't have to turn to see that you're there. I can feel you vibrationally, right? I don't have to see your name. I don't have to hear your voice to know who I'm connecting with, right? Or to feel the energy, if it's negative energy, if it's positive. Now, the bunny's not worried. The bunny's like, that's an old man, old woman, right? I can't even tell what it is. Its tummy's so baggy. Look, no. And the bunny's just like, all I have to do is just go flick and I'm gone. So, is it lack of wisdom for the bunny just to sit at the last moment? No. Hi. Hi, sweet old girl. Yeah. Being stalked by an old one, not going to get you, the bunny was wise. So pay attention to that. Pay attention to what's going on in your life. What is the energy that you're feeling with the people that are around you? What is the energy that you're feeling? I like the feeling. What kind of energy do you pick up in this picture? What does this picture show you? I'm looking at her beautiful gown. I love that gown. It's velvet. To me, it's velvet. It's sapphire. The truth. This is a truth seeker and a truth teller. She's connected to her goddess energy. She wears the crown on her forehead. She's connected to her animal messengers. Look, she wears not only the acorn, there's a little acorn, I don't know if you can see, but the leaf around her neck. She's part of, this is like Mother Nature. She knows how to work with the crystals of the world, of the land, right? She knows how to work with sage, cleansing and clearing. There's messages in the stones, ruins these are. Look at how peaceful the wolf is. She's got protection with her. She knows that. This is like me in the forest. So safe. And remember the berries? We're always seeing berries. But the berries have been red berries up until now. This is the first time I'm seeing blue berries. I like that. Truth berries. Take a bite of truth berries. There's a lot of blue to me. I'm looking at the truth. I'm looking at healing. I'm looking at the truth. So right now, they're talking about people. This one might be she might be speaking to her soulmate. She might be speaking to the father about what kind of relationship she wants to bring forward. But this is talking about allowing anyone that has dissimilar beliefs than you and their antagonistic thoughts or feelings or reactions about your relationship to fall by the wayside. Anyone that's rejecting what it is that you want, anyone that's being noisy, threatening, or disrupting your peace, allow yourself to go away from it. This is talking about love between people finding itself through the fear that may be brought about because of the others' opinions or others' influence upon them. And when you think about it, life's so short. Where do you feel good? Where do you feel at peace? Where do you feel protected? Where do you feel connected? Where do you feel sensual? Where do you feel a part of this planet? Where do you feel closest to spirit? What kind of a person can you talk to? Can you talk to about all of these things and be comfortable, right? I say to people, they'll say, what do you do for, oh, I'm a spiritual teacher. They always automatically assume that I'm like a Sunday school teacher or something, I don't like to say a channel or a medium or a psychic. I don't label myself that way. But generally, if I come across the right kind of energy, like people in the spiritual community, they'll feel my energy, right? So in a relationship, we're talking about a relationship here. And she's up there either, as I said, she's connecting, no doubt. She's no doubt connecting to her partner. The wolf, this is one part of a wolf pack, right? She's one part and her partner's the other. The owl, wisdom, they connect through their intuition. She's calling on the magic of spirit, calling on the energy of the natural world, and connecting with the one that she loves. Right now, maybe you are needing help at this time. Maybe other people have incited you to feeling negative about something. You've been gathering information along your life, right? You've listened to a lot of different people. You have no doubt been to many different places. You've listened to and experienced many different things. Look, can you see the lizard on the post there doing push-ups? It's hysterical. So basically, you've taken information from many. I have. I mean, I've been a Jehovah's Witness, right? Very different lifestyle. And I've listened. Like I said, I'm not a Buddhist. I'm not a Jehovah's Witness. I'm not a Christian. I take a little bit from everything that I've learned, and everything that I like, everything that feels good. I take a little bit of all of that, and I kind of blend it all together, and it works for me like that. So no doubt you too have also been in a place that's different than another. You've observed different things. You've interacted with different people. You've encountered different people. You've encountered humans, right? Different perspectives. You've encountered different types of animals, different types of surroundings as far as terrains, right? Different viewpoints. Like even in the spiritual community, you know, you've got the yogis and you've got there's so many different kinds of tastes and ways of doing things and thought processes, and we don't all think alike, and we don't have to, because everything we experience brings something to the table. We're understanding the ways of the world, and we're trying to figure out, you know, observing how the world works and how nature works with each other. We observe the differences between the domestic animals and the wild animals, right? And how they can cohabit. We're doing this with ourselves. We're the different kinds of trees, how healing the trees could be. You know, if you just lay here like that, it looks as though it's moving and swimming through the sky. It's like it's moving past us, but it's not. It's really stationary. There's so many things that teaches lessons to us. For me, like the eucalyptus, there's healing energy in the eucalyptus. The scent of the eucalyptus, the way it moves. This is a fragile tree. It grows very tall and it spreads out to the light, but it's very fragile. You know, I think about all the differences between and these trees and then these bushes, and you think about that as far as people. Everything teaches us something, and it has a similarity between animals, between nature, between us. It's the same thing with ideas. Far-reaching things. Some people like things closer to the ground, closer to home. Some people like to spread out and, you know, and feel the different textures or you know, experience the different types of energy. If you're down here low, some people like to stay home, down, right? They're kind of like, they hunker down and they don't really go out much. They stay in their own little hometown. And then you got the ones who spread out, right? Who like to feel the currents of the wind and feel the different energies and see different things and experience different things. Doesn't make one better than the other. It's just different. And we bring it all together, and it influences us. We're not in control of others or really even of ourselves, but it does influence us. The people that are around us influence us. Their thoughts, their beliefs, the way they see something will influence us, right? We have to be careful about listening and taking on what feels right for us, and make sure that we're not being influenced by another person and taking on their belief systems that isn't necessarily my belief system. Yes, you're a spiritual teacher. Yes, you're a spiritual person, and you're a good person, and I like you, but that's not my thing, and I don't feel that way about that, and we've got to remain true to ourselves. So where are you comfortable? Who do you feel at home with, where you can be yourself and where you can feel that positive influence on your life? We want to come from a place of kindness and not force, right? And if we're angry, if things happen to us in our lives that make us angry, like right now, everybody's at peace right here. But we do have feelings of anger. We do. We get that aggressive energy. So what do you do with that energy? What do you do? And somebody says, how am I going to get to that place, Sherry? I'm really angry right now. Well, use it. Use that for a driving force, right? Use that. Channel that somewhere positive. Like today, when that guy said that about the Pisces being, you know, porn stars, I'm like, you know, or when I started hearing all of these messages and they were showing me more and more about these things, the drama that I don't want to be a part of. I'm not going to allow that to affect my energy. And if something does make me mad, I'm going to channel it in a different way. I'm going to exercise. I'm going to clean the house. I'm going to channel my energy where I choose to have it go. I'm not going to be influenced by other people. I'm going to try And what? No, I'm not going to try. I'm not going to, I don't even like the word, to say the word try. I'm going to stay centered in myself, right? This is me. This is who I am. This is what I believe. I'm going to use my anger. Anything dissatisfies me. If I see something that makes me angry, like what they're doing to animals, how they treat animals, how they disregard their feelings, I'm going to sign every petition that comes across my page. That's what I do, right? I'm going to become a vegetarian, which I did. Or I'm going to use what makes me upset, and I'm going to have it propel me towards something that makes it better, that makes this world a better place. It makes me feel better. I can't save every animal in the world, but I will save as many as I can. I don't squish bugs. I don't step on bugs. I take bees outside. I do my part. And, you know, the same old saying about, oh, you know, you can't, I used to do that, like at the beach. I'd sit there as a little girl and spend the whole time throwing the starfish back into the ocean because they got beached. And everyone would always say that. You could stand there all day, you're not going to save them all. And I'm like, nope, but I saved that one, and I saved that one, and I saved that one, and literally I had to be drug away. I mean, I'm like that. I'll be on, you guys have seen me, I'll be on the lake, right, rowing, and there'll be a bee, and I almost topple the canoe, getting the bee out of the water into my boat. But I'm going to use, and what I can do, I'm going to use my energy to make it better in my way, to help something or someone, right? So, are you allowing other people to influence you? Are you allowing your anger to get the best of you, to pollute your relationships, to keep you stuck? That's wisdom. Wisdom is taking the anger, taking the dissatisfaction, and moving it into a positive direction. Being kind to the animals, right? I can speak to the animals. I don't know if you guys saw the video that I posted of the woman who, I don't know where she was, a mountain lion came into her house and it wanted a nap. It slept behind the couch, and everyone's like, what? And her roommate was screaming, and I'm like, you know, I would have had that roommate out of there fast. And she did the same thing as I would have done. She let that mountain lion, she was tired, she fell asleep, and she let her stay there until she was ready to go. You know, she wasn't going to call the game warden so they could come shoot it. I would never. Right? And people are like, yeah, that was dangerous. No, she wasn't in any danger. She was away. She was upstairs. She just allowed the animal to be free, you know? And she's an energy worker. This woman is no doubt an energy worker, knows how to work with the animals, right? Knows how to make them feel peaceful. So you can use your energy in a positive way to influence others as well as the animals. That's wisdom. Being kind, being good. You don't have to be stupid. You do recognize that this is a wolf. This is a wild wolf, right? It can hurt you. You got to be careful. You don't want to be just so gullible. I've been very innocent a lot of my life. I've recognized that, right? But I'm protected. I know that I am. But I'm not going to be stupid. When Spirit shows me red flags, there's reasons I'm being shown those flags, right? They're not there for entertainment. So use your wisdom in that way as well. And right now, there's a blessing on your wisdom. Spirit says, use your experience in a kind, loving way to bring understanding to other people who may feel something different, that might be afraid of the animals, might be afraid of their own gifts. You know, we were speaking about my friend who was part of this cult, and that's not what I am, right? That's not who I am. And I said to Scott, I know that people are afraid of what they don't understand. So then what do? You explain it to them. Explain what you do. I'm not a witch. I don't agree with binding spells. It's wrong. It's wrong. And they had karma enacted upon them. They either got rubbed out by the people that didn't want them to leave that group that they were a part of, or karma dealt with them because they did things that they shouldn't have done, and karma comes back. Like I said, it could be an accident. It could be cancer. Karma's karma. You do bad things to other people, it will come back. That's wisdom. Know that. Understand that. It's real. Okay? That's your first card. I'm going to go to one message from our angel answers. And this is your message. Not the right time. So right now, it's not the right time. It's not the right time for whatever it is that you're considering. Spirit's not telling you no. The message isn't no. The message is it's not the right time. So it might be because what you're thinking about has other people involved. There's other people's free will choices that are involved. It could be that they're tied up with something, or whatever it is. The time isn't right yet. They're not saying no, they're just saying you have to have a little bit of patience. It's not quite ready. So something that you're wanting, maybe somebody else involved in that is tied up with something different. So it's not going to work through, right? So at 35 minutes and 21 seconds, we go to the next, which is, I don't even remember. What was this? Earth, and this would be, because this would be fire and this would be water. So this would be air. So for air signs, let me put you down for just a second. I really hope I have enough battery for us. I'm going to shuffle these cards. So what I'm doing with these cards is they're more like, they're reading cards. So the fact that we were talking about a relationship, I guess you would use your wisdom as far as a relationship goes, right? Is the person that you're considering somebody that you feel comfortable with? Somebody who agrees with your type of belief system? Not exactly, but that is interested in the same type of things. Now, clearly, I wouldn't want to be involved with somebody like my friend, this was my friend in school. He was my best friend. I had no idea that he was involved in a cult that had binding spells and dark magic. I had no idea, right? So get to know, if you're talking about a love interest, there needs to be clarity. You need to know, do you have the same belief system, right? Does it matter to you? People used to say, oh, religion doesn't matter. Wrong. Yes, it does. Huge. Because if something really matters to me, I want it to be important to the person I love too. I want to share that, right? Yes, it does matter. And I'm not a religious person, but that's another message. Maybe you are. It won't work for me and you if you're a religious person, and I'm not, because I will never be again. And that's different than saying, you know, we are each entitled to our own belief system. Yeah, but you know what? That's not what I want in my life. How do you feel? I'm not comfortable with somebody who's a very religious person, and I'm not. I'm a spiritual person. We have very different ways of looking at things. I want to be with somebody that wants to be doing what I want to be doing with me. I don't want it to be all my way. I want it to be their way as well, right? That's wisdom. Don't align yourself with somebody who's got a different mindset than you, a different belief system. It's huge. Okay. Morgan's, the blessing of peace after battle. Okay, this is nice. So, coming out of the darkness, you've been through a lot. And look at the crown that she's wearing. It's like a crown of nails. And she's exhausted. Look how exhausted she is. So you've come through a very difficult time. And Spirit's got your back. Your animal messengers have got your back. They're there with you. They're saying, we have come out of the darkness too. We were with you in this darkness. And this is a blessing for those who have had a very difficult time. We're bringing you back to a sense of peace. All of this white, and then the very light, soft aquamarine, that's a very gentle, cleansing feeling. This actually looks like, trying to think of what this stone is. But it's very calming, peaceful, right? And it's truthful. And our blackbirds, our ravens, they're not even dark. They're indigo, and they're purple, and they're turquoise, and those are the colors of truth and spirituality. And there's 3 of them, ascended masters helping you. And look, the number 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. It's a gateway. It's over. Whatever it is that you've been through, there's light now. You're looking ahead, and they're telling you, look ahead. We're with you. Look at you. You're feeling exposed, vulnerable, naked, so tired and in need of rest and recuperation and rejuvenation. And yet, look at the love in your hair. And you sit there still, so tired. I'm feeling very emotional because you've been through a lot. You know, we know how much you've been through. And that train is emphasizing that. Time to go. Right? It's over. Let it go. The Ascended Masters, 3, they're working with you. They're assisting you through this time. Look into the sky and feel the peaceful breeze moving through and past you. Feel supported by Spirit. They're right there at your back, right there at your side. Right now, all the dark energy it's gone from around you. You don't have to be afraid anymore. And there's lessons that you've learned. And you've made it through whatever you've had to go through. You have survived this. And it's over. And now, the gateway. It's a gateway. Give yourself time to rest, yes, but you're moving through. It's done. It's not going to get any worse than that. That is the worst that it will be. And it's done. And now it's time to move forward and trust in spirit and recognize that you have the right now to give yourself a break. You need to be resting in spirit. You need to be looking ahead. Keep your head looking up, even as tired as you are. Even as tired as you are. Her eyes are barely open. I'm so exhausted. But my head is up. I'm wearing my crown. And there's new growth with little berries in it. And the wisdom, they're singing the new song for you. And they're looking ahead too. And they're watching. You know what? Even if your eyes get a little bit sleepy, you're okay. Close your eyes. We're watching. We're watching out for you. We're taking care of you. You're going to be okay. You're going to get through this. And then you're moving forward into something beautiful. I love this message. This is awesome. I don't even know how these messages are, but I'm just reading the pictures, you know? I didn't know what this deck would be like. But there's been a lot of people that have been through a lot. And it feels like, maybe you feel like I've had everything taken out of me. I can barely stand. I'm so tired. But you gotta know that you're still there. You're still there, and you hold your head up. And you wear that crown with pride that you've been through what you have and you've survived it. Don't worry about what anyone thinks. If you feel that you're exposed, vulnerable, you're not vulnerable. Spirit's got your back. Trust in that. This is a blessing of peace after a battle. You've been through hell. And now there will be peace. Trust that. Take action. Well, right now, the action is to take care of yourself. That's what I see. Because this is where you are. So they want you to take action in some way. What is it that you need to do? What would be in your highest good at this time? You've been through battle. What were you fighting for? You've made it. If you were fighting for something to do something, and it was a hard-won battle, but you've made it through, then what's your next step? Spirit says it's time to take action on that. They don't want you to procrastinate. Yes, you're tired. They know you're tired. But where is it that you're heading? Because you are moving forward. You fought for some reason. You've had a battle of something. Was it a health battle? Was it a battle with others that didn't agree with you? What were you battling for? Because you were victorious. So give yourself time to feel Spirit's energy assisting you. They are assisting you, but they don't want you to procrastinate. They don't want you to be uncertain. They want you to know that the battle that you went through was worth what you went through. And they want you to get moving on something. You know what it is that you're meant to do, whether it's your career, relationship, whatever it is. As tired as you are, it won't fall in your lap. You do have to move forward. You do have to take action in some way. And they're telling you, we're going to help you. You know, at this plate, maybe it's just baby steps. Maybe it's just a phone call or an email, but they don't want you to drop your guard. They don't want you to, sometimes we'll go through so much and then we'll just like, you're burned out and then you just kind of like stop and it takes you a long time to get going again. It's like, no, you know what? It's kind of like being thrown off of a bucking bronco. They want you back up on that horse, right? So whatever you've battled through, as tired as you are, you do need to take the next steps. Whether that's speaking, whether that's, like I said, sending an email. What's on here? I'm looking at, and look it, you don't have to run. You're being carried. The unicorn's going to carry you. So they're asking you to rely on Spirit and on your friends. Look at her holding on to that moonbeam, that rainbow. You're going to be assisted. Spirit will give you the energy that you need, but you must move forward. You must take action now. No procrastination. And it feels awful sometimes. You know, you've been through something like that, whatever it is that you've been through. And I got to go now? I've got to keep moving? Yes, you do. Yes, you do. You may have come through a really scary situation, but you're not safe maybe yet. Or maybe you just have to keep going. It's kind of like, you know, in a marathon, you're exhausted. I'm in this place, right? You've got to persevere. They're here to cheer you on. They're cheerleaders. Spirit's cheering you on. They say, we will help you. You take one step and we'll take 10 steps towards you. You don't have to do this alone. Call upon us for help. We're all around you. Call upon Soul Family. What steps do you need to take? You know what they are. You know what it is that you want. It's not going to fall into your lap. You need to stay focused. You know in your heart what it is that you're meant to do. You've got your eyes right on it. You know what's next. So Spirit says, yep, this is your sign. No more resting. You got to go for it. So at 45 minutes and 49 seconds, I move through these kind of quickly, don't I? We are going to the fire signs. A blessing to bring clarity. Now I like this, thank you. So this is you're asking for clarity on something. You're asking Spirit. She's looking into her crystal ball. It's a flower, I like that. And look at the armor. She's ready for battle. She's ready to battle if she has to, but she doesn't want to. She would rather be peaceful, but she is ready to stand for what matters to her. She's alert. This is an elfin queen. I totally connect to this. And look at see, to me, these are peacocks. I'm looking at the colors. I'm looking at their heads. There's two of them. There's a pair. They're together. They're joined. Gosh, look at that, beautiful. To me, that's a cuff, like a bracelet with lapis or sapphire on the ends and labradorite. This is beautiful. So connected. Look at her standing in her full moon energy. She's very, very aware, very alert. Her eyes are wide open. And look at her wearing that crown. This is a moon goddess. So a blessing to bring clarity. What is it that you're looking for clarity about? Speak to Spirit and ask. She's tapping in. She's asked. She's been shown that the phoenix is rising. She's got her armor ready on her heart side. So that's interesting. She's going to protect herself. She's protecting her heart self, but she's not overprotecting herself. She's wise, right? She's ready to protect herself. She's also ready to go the distance as far as love is concerned. I'm ready to go. I'm equipped. I'm strong. You know what? You try and come against me. I'm strong. I know who to call upon. Don't think that I don't. I'm very aware. I call upon my intuitive wisdom, and I'm listening. She's listening. She's also feeling a vibration. She's feeling a vibration. What vibration is she picking up? She's trying to figure out where to go next. She is tapping into her own true north, her own internal compass. Right now, Spirit is saying they're coming forward to help you so that any muddied waters will be clarified. Things that have felt confusing, you're going to now know the difference, which is what's been happening for me, right? If you guys heard today's reading earlier, things that I thought, yesterday I said, wow, everything that I thought was wrong. I wasn't. I was watching Generations confirmation. I was watching family generations. I wasn't watching my twin soul and I was watching the family generations. That all the way back on both sides. And there are similarities. There are. But like I said, I don't have to be my mother. I don't have to be my father. He doesn't have to be his mother. He doesn't have to be his father or his brother or his friends. Right? We all get a choice every single day. And I broke my karmic cycle. We all get that. So right now, Spirit's saying things that were confusing for you, they're going to clarify. Things have been confusing for me, and they are getting clarified. Ideas that we get, beliefs that we have from school, right? Friends, parents, the government. We see everything through the world's filter, through our past experience. Everything we look at, we see through our past experience, right? And that can confuse us. That can cause issues for us. It can cause us to make mistakes we don't want to make. We can't afford to make. So we ask for Spirit. I have asked. So that's the first message, is to ask. If you're confused by something, don't act, right? And sometimes it feels so, oh, what a beautiful little yellow bird. Sometimes it feels like that's what it looks like. This looks so very clear, but it felt so wrong. It didn't go with everything that I felt in my heart. It didn't feel right, right? And I asked for clarity, and wow, did it ever come. We get a lot of clarity around the full moon, so be careful about the new full moon coming up. There's going to be more. Spirit is telling you, they are blessing you right now with being able to see through the filters so that you can feel your own energy and know my true north. What is my soul asking for me? Even when my path in front of me is uncertain or unclear. Do you know what I got today? I got for myself. I did a message from somebody, and I looked. There were two choices to choose from, like this, right? And I was drawn to one, and that's what I chose. And then I saw the other, and I figured I'll just take two. Well, the first one was absolutely in line with what I feel and where I'm going, and the second one said, "Pay attention to red flags. They're not there for no reason at all. Don't continue moving forward on something just because you want it that badly." And I thought, wow, that could throw me, right? But the first one I was drawn to showed me, you know where you're going. You know what your heart is saying. You stick with what you have and what you feel and what you trust. Spirit will bring you confirmation of that. That was the first thing I chose. I chose the second one, and it was off. So which of the two am I going to take? I'm going to take the first one because that's what I first went to. That was my true north. I felt my way through it. So you'll know when it feels right. You'll know when you're supposed to act. If you don't feel comfortable, confident, you don't act. But you act when something comes to you, you act on it and you speak and you do things. And sometimes we don't know until afterwards why we had to do that. There's a chain reaction of things that occur. But when we feel very, very strongly within ourselves to act or do something, we ask for clarification and we get a yes and we feel it, we move on it. And even if we course correct afterwards, right? We decide to change a different direction. We have to be willing to remain flexible. Sometimes things have to be said a certain way in order for other things to happen, right? It's not like we're manipulating things. We're going with what we feel. But it doesn't mean we're not going to change our mind or see it clarified in a different way and then go, oh, okay, all right, that's what I'm watching. Right? I'm watching a generational thing. I'm watching something that's already happened. But the truth of the matter is, it did happen. And yes, it did happen in your life too. So pay attention to the red flags, but don't get stuck in the fact that you're looking at maybe you're looking at something happened in the past, not necessarily now. So you're taking all of it into alignment, and you're going to feel your way through it, right? And you're asking for further clarity, and like the helicopter, Spirit's going to bring it. We can trust that Spirit's going to bring it. We know what it is that we want. We know what we're seeking. And Spirit says, as we move forward with our path, as Spirit guides us on our path, we light the way. We light the way. We don't want to have absolutes in front of us. Like, I expect this to happen, because we can't expect specific outcomes. Everyone needs to remain flexible, but we know where we're going, right? We know what our intention is, and we're moving forward on that. And as we continue to keep ourselves moving on our spiritually illuminated path, and we ask for guidance and assistance, and we stop to check in and see how we're feeling, pay attention to the messages and signs that we're getting. When I get confirmation, when I'm saying certain things, I pay attention to that. It means something. They're talking to each other. When crows call out to each other, it's a warning. It's like, pay attention, be careful. So it's like, be alert, stay alert, right? There's messages. So I'm getting, pay attention to what's going on around you, right? Pay attention to what's changing as far as the weather. The bunny is paying attention, right? He's on the alert. So that's, and see, that's what her face is. That's what she's on the alert. She's being vigilant, which is what Spirit said. That's how we find our way. We've got to get through our tangled thoughts, right? Get away, clear away what doesn't serve us, clear away what gets us blocked. And anyone that's in our way, anyone that does not wish for us to be successful in what our dream is, we clear that away, right? I'll blast through that. I don't need that. I'm not going to keep myself in toxic energy. I'm not going to be around people that are wife swapping and husband swapping. I'm not going to be around people that are in the porn industry. I'm sorry, I'm not. That doesn't align with me. I'm not going to be around people who are doing drugs. I'm not going to be around people who are gossiping. Why would I be around that toxic energy? It doesn't align anything with me. So why would I have anybody in my life associated with that? I wouldn't. It wouldn't keep me on my path. I keep my place like this. I come to a place like this, right? I'm in a peaceful space. I would rather be alone sitting here with my animal messengers, with my bunnies and my birds and my trees, than with people that are unlike me, that are going to pull me from my path, that are going to dissuade me or make me feel bad about myself or negate my dreams or undermine me. That's not wisdom, right? I'm tapping into my highest true self, and I follow that. And that's how I keep myself away from the energetic debris that wants to entangle me. I'll figure out for myself what's right and what's wrong, what's best for me. And that is what this is what being advising you to do. Right? You ask for clarity, you get clear on what you feel. It doesn't matter what anyone else says. You may choose something that no one else wants you to choose. You may choose something that everyone else says is wrong. And as I said, I mean, it didn't even matter. Think about it. In school, everyone thought I was a certain way and I wasn't that way. No one really got to know me because I kept to myself. But I was true to who I was. I wasn't swayed by outside influences or other people. And I think about my friend. She portrayed herself in a certain way. She was my best friend. And I didn't know what she was doing behind my back when she wasn't in my presence. She put this persona out, and she didn't walk her walk, and she didn't talk her talk. I was a young girl. I didn't know. But now I do. There's a falcon, you guys. There's a falcon right there. Let's see if he comes close. Wow, this is the second one in 2 days. Oh my God. We have a falcon. The falcon says, stay vigilant. Something really wonderful is going to happen today. The second, and it's perched in the tree above us. That's amazing. That's amazing, especially when it's on my messenger sign. We all get it, though. We all get the falcon. I saw it kind of flying around, and I was wondering. See how it kind of goes like a glider? It's so cool. Okay, next message. Let's see. Wow. Falcon. You're ready. Damn straight I'm ready. Damn straight. I am ready. Are you? Spirit says you are. You are ready. You've got everything you need in front of you. You're ready to rock. You are ready. Don't let anyone tell you that you're not ready, that you're not equipped, that you don't have every single thing that you need in front of you right at this moment, because you do. Look at her standing there in the courtyard. She's saying thank you. She's calling in, perhaps, Spirit's guidance and help, right? I'm ready to roll. I know what it is that I'm manifesting into my life. I've studied, I've grown, right? I'm connected. I understand what the messengers are. I understand what Spirit's telling me. And right now, Spirit's telling you there's nothing more to do. You're ready to move forward and embrace the person that you're meant to be. You're standing in your power. This is a really good place to feel. I feel this way, and it's a great place to be, I gotta tell you. 2 doves, a pair. A pair. Beautiful. Soulmate connections, prophecy, peace. Take a breath, pause, relax, gentleness, harmony. Yes. And right now the Spirit is saying, we're waiting for your contribution to this world. You've learned, you've moved up, you've ascended. You're a teacher. So we're waiting for you to step forward and help others. It's also telling you, when it says you're ready, you need to put yourself first in a situation, is what it's telling you. Whatever it is, put yourself first. Love yourself first. Whatever it is that's going on in your business, in your relationship, right now, it's about you taking a lead position. Do what's right for you. Whatever the situation is in regards to what's happening. You may really want to be somewhere or really want to be with somebody, but you know what? They are all messed up, or they are just embroiled in things. They're nowhere ready. They don't have their spiritual mind together, but I am ready. And I'm not going to go into that cesspool to be with somebody or to go into a situation. I'm not going to go down to that level. I'm going to keep myself moving forward. So my focus is on me, right? My focus is on my spiritual path. So right now, that's what Spirit's telling you. There's nobody standing here but you. It's not about waiting for somebody else to come forward. This is about you. But this is also about you choosing what you want. As I said before, this isn't about what everybody else feels. This isn't about you worrying how someone's going to feel about that or how they're going to react. This is my choice, and I make my choice for me. And I know that I come from the light. I ask for guidance and assistance. This is somebody who's standing in a sacred courtyard, right? This is not something that we're thinking or doing flippantly. If I go to make a choice and a decision at this time on something, I'm going to make it in the highest light. It's time to do what is right for you, Spirit says. At 1 hour and 35 minutes in, we go to water. Oh, I thought it was going to drop another, but it didn't. A blessing for healing of injury or illness. I love this. This is beautiful. So we saw earlier, because some people choose a couple of cards together, right? This one that had been through hell. Now this could be a broken heart. My emotions have been ripped out of me, right? My heart was just stabbed a million times. I have been exhausted. How have you felt? This is a blessing. You could have been physically ill. This one looks like they have been physically ill. Just barely able to keep their eyes open. But this is a blessing for healing of injury or illness. There will be a healing. And look where you are again in the forest. And look at the color. All healing and purple. Spirituality. And look at the acorn mask. This is oak leaves. Supported all around your crown. Look at the berries, the red berries again. And the blueberries. So there's a butterfly in full transformation. So full transformation. If you've been hurt, if you've been sick, you're tired here, you're resting with your back against the tree, and Spirit is blessing you for health. There's love and healing around you. And Spirit's asking for this for you at this time. May health come to you. This is a prayer. This is a blessing on the cells in your body to regenerate, to renew again, to get the blood pumping through your body properly again. If somebody has broken your spirit, they've beaten you down emotionally, mentally, to the point where it affected you physically, this is a blessing from Spirit that we're lifting that, we're healing that. You've been through enough, we're healing that. We're going to ask you to be able to stand strong again. Here you're feeling naked, exposed, vulnerable, barely able to hold your head up, exhausted, no color in your face, but here there's color coming back. You're wrapped in love and healing. You're supported. And your health is coming back. This is what we've asked of you, and this is what's going to happen. For you not only to stand and be strong again, but to laugh and to move and to be held by your lover, to laugh into the eyes of friends. Every breath that you take in, there's a healing blessing coming to you at this time. When you wake up in the morning, we ask that you feel refreshed and renewed, and that your muscles lengthen again, and your hair starts to become glossy and healthy, and your eyes sparkle, and your bones feel stronger again. The nurturing and healing brought to you from the compassion of all of those who have also felt this suffering energy. That's the blessing that's coming to you. Feel that energy moving through you. Feel it moving through your body. Feel the form that you are holding change. Feel it transform from this state to this state. Imagine, can you feel the energy moving through your body? Through your toes and your fingers. The aches in your back start to dissipate. Your head starts to feel clear again. You're able to support your own body. Any negative thoughts start to flee away from you, and you start thinking about beautiful things again, positive things, hopeful things. And you're going to make the most of your health. You're going to step back into the world, to the natural world. We want you to be a part of the natural world. Pay attention to the beauty that's around you. Recognize you're blessed that you're alive. These are gifts that we get to see and experience and take part in. Breathe in the ocean air, breathe in the mountain air, wherever you are. Go into the forest deep. Make the most of your health now. Look for the things to be joyful about. Help others to find their joy as well. Help another come back from this. I feel as though this is going to be, I feel this one's going to help this one. Because friends can, the energy, this one needs help. Spirit said to me, you're going to feel compelled to care for someone who has been suffering from anxiety or depression. Clearly this one is, right? I'm strong. This is the best place for it to be. We don't have to hike really far. We can just sit down here and breathe in the fresh air. Allow that to clear our lungs, right? Allow it to clear your head. When you're outside and you feel this fresh, beautiful energy moving through your body, lean up against the tree. Feel the wisdom of the tree. Feel the strength of the trees. Watch how peaceful that little rabbit is. It's not running around doing frenetic things. It's very gentle and very peaceful. Eat vegetation, green, healthy foods, fresh berries. You'll sleep better when you come outside, even just for a little walk. For the first time, maybe you can't go too far. We can just go for a little walk and we can sit down. Maybe we can go for a longer walk later. Do what you can to help another from this state. To stay inside wrapped up is not, this is, even when people had typhoid, even when people were to the place where they're deathly ill, the best thing that they want them to do is to go outside. They would bring people that were suffering from deathly illnesses, and the places that they would recuperate was on the coast, where they would breathe in that fresh ocean air, any freshness. Get away from the cities, get into nature. Spirit's asking for this blessing to come for you, and you have to believe that this energy is being sent to you and feel this. Affirmations and positive belief systems are very, very powerful at this time. This is a good place for you to be. Soft music or no music at all. Gentle atmospheres. Away from the crowds, right? This is a really good kind of energy to be around when you don't want to be in a crowd of people, right? I didn't want to go down to the beach and fight for a parking spot and having a bunch of people with their sunscreen and that smell. I didn't want that. It was such a good idea. So, that information I got from Scott, I didn't know that this was up here. Right, you know that park up on the hill, people go meditate there and you can see the ocean. No, I didn't know that. That's how we get guidance and messages from people. Just listen, do what they say. And it brought me to this place, which is a beautiful healing place. This is gorgeous. We got a falcon. The falcon messenger is amazing. Something amazing is going to happen today. Something wonderful is going to happen today. Something wonderful has already happened today. This. See, I get excited about these things. These are the miracles that you don't want to miss. These are the things you don't want to take for granted. Look how, listen to me talk. See how I'm speaking quite loud, right? And I'm quite animated. Is Bunny afraid of me? No, Bunny knows my energy. Bunny feels my energy. Very at peace with me, right? This is amazing. I like that. That makes me feel fantastic. I don't want to frighten away the bunny. I like that the bunny feels safe with me. That's the energy that we want to emit, so that ones like this feel safe with us, right? Do please pay attention to the animal messengers that you see. Now, a bunny is timid. They move very quickly, right? They're very shy. But that bunny isn't afraid of me because it feels my energy and I don't rush it. That's how you want to be with someone like this. This one is very delicate and tender right now. This could be a very strong, powerful person. They've just come through a war, but they've been through hell. So right now, maybe emotionally, this could be a man, very strong, powerful man, but has been through the ringer, maybe a health condition or mental challenge. Who knows what they've been through, but it was a war. So right now they're in a fragile condition. Treat them delicately, like a bunny, right? You do this for yourself as well. Next message. If you believe, and I believe that, Seriously. If you believe, whatever it is, if you believe it, it is so. If you believe that you can't do it, you got nothing left in you, that's the truth. If you believe I will be stronger and healthier, my body is in remission, I am doing well, I'm getting my strength back, then you will. It's all about what you believe. You can choose to wake up in the morning and think negatively, or you can choose to think positively. Your body believes what you tell it. You can heal yourself. Healer, heal thyself. That's what Spirit said to me. Healer, heal thyself. When Lily was sick, heal her. Use your healing energy. I'm a Reiki master. I have positive energy. My energy is infectious. People feel it wherever I go, right? You want that energy. That bunny is so not afraid. You want that positive energy. If you believe, whatever it is, my family says I won't be able to do this. I've never done something like this on my own. They don't think I can. Well, if you listen to them, if you believe that, then you're not going to go very far. But my best friend says to me, you can do anything you set your mind to. You are a powerful spiritual creature. You are not alone doing anything. We do nothing alone. We have Spirit's assistance and soul family. We've got the help of the crystals. Why do you think I wear the certain crystals that I wear? There's reasons that I wear what I wear, right? They all mean something. I believe in what they mean. Now, you may not believe in what they mean, so it wouldn't help you to wear them. I believe in what they mean. It makes a big difference. I believe. Do you believe that Spirit is there to help you? They are, because what you need right now is faith. You can have what you desire. But you have to believe that you can. You need to stay strong and positive. You need to visualize exactly what the dream is. What is it you see yourself doing? Who do you see yourself with? How do you see the situation resolving itself? See it the way you want it to be. Don't be like my landlord and know that he can say that, but choose to say something different. Because why? Because it sounds outlandish. Because nobody else believes in me. Somebody else does believe in you. Talk to the people that do. Find the people that believe in you. Spirit believes in you. You can do anything you set your mind to. Let go of any pessimistic thoughts, any negative thoughts. Stay away from people who shit all over your dreams. It's called the law of attraction. The law of attraction says to me, something amazing is going to happen today. And I believe that it will. I just got notified that our battery is low. Something amazing is going to happen today. Something more amazing than what I've already experienced is going to happen today. I believe that. And every time I'm shown that, and every time I trust in that, it does. So what is it that you're having trouble believing? Is it possibly the people around you? Are you looking at life through a veil of their perception? Do you not deserve it? Do you not feel that you are worthy of it? Please stop saying that you don't deserve it. Please stop beating yourself up for things that you may feel that you have let people down. I was listening to a song, and I can't blame my dad. He did the best for me. It's been, and on the way here, I was listening to Stained by, what's his name? Well, the group is Stained, that's it. And the song, it's been a while. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. It's been a while since and then he goes on and on. It's been a while since I could say I wasn't addicted. It's been a while. And at the end, it's been a while since I said I'm sorry, right? So I'm listening to this song, and it's been a while. He's been through hell, right? Whatever he went through, he was addicted to something, and it took a toll on his body, and it took a toll on his mind, and he let people down, and he let himself down. And it's been a while. He's worked really hard, but he was standing. It's been a while since I could hold my head up high. Now I feel good about myself. But sometimes we maybe feel a little bit of shame. It's been a while. I can't blame my parents. They did the best they could. It was me. I'm the one who chose to do this. Okay? And you've been through it and you paid, didn't you? It's been a while, but now you're holding your head up. Maybe you're saying, it's been a while. I'm not holding my head up yet. I'm not yet. But you know what? We'll help you. Stop beating yourself up. And if it's been a while since you said you were sorry, say you're sorry. Say it. It will help you. You will do this. Maybe you're not all the way through yet. Maybe you haven't made it through from one side to the other. Maybe you haven't. Maybe you have let people down. But listen to yourself and find your center and bring yourself back. Where do you want to go? What is it that you want to do? Every day we get up, we get a chance to think differently, to do differently, to choose differently. Emphasis on that. Choose the positive. It's time to go, right? It's time to move. It's time to move forward. It's time to leave the past behind and focus on where you're going, right? And you can do it if you believe that you can. Believe in yourself. Don't doubt yourself. Don't doubt your own self-worth. Recognize that all of the experiences that you have been through, you've been through them for a reason. You were meant to learn something. It was very important for you to go through something so horrible. You needed to learn something. What did you need to learn? Self-respect? What did you need to learn? Boundaries? What did you need to learn? Not to succumb to peer pressure? That's what I needed to learn, right? I got 2 DUIs and I'm not even a drinker. Scott laughed when I told him, "You don't drink." And I said, "I know, but you know what? That wasn't my problem. My problem was peer pressure." I knew what I wanted to do, and I didn't want to, and I stood strong for quite a while, right? But then I got yelled at. My friend was like, "You're no fun anymore, and this isn't fair, and blah blah blah." And so I capitulated. I caved in to please another person, and because of that, they didn't suffer, but I did, and it was a big lesson, right? It was huge. The first one I definitely deserved. The second one I deserved, almost more, because there was no business. I had no business there. And I heard this recently, and remember, I told you, I'm connected with somebody, and they got around their friends, and they'd done really, really well, and they were a bad influence, and they slipped, and I knew they were going to. I felt it, I saw it before it happened, and I was like, please don't do that, please don't do that. I was sending out the messages, hoping that they would see the readings, that they wouldn't slip. But I think they did. But you know what? We all slip. We all make mistakes, and then we can get back up again. And it kind of sucks, because sometimes it's like, great, I did so well for so long, and then that happened. But you know what? When you think about it, my brother's an alcoholic. Alcoholism all the way back on every male member of my family, except for my grandson and my son and my one cousin. Everybody else is. And it's something that you're going to fight your whole life. It's not something that you're just going to get over. It's always going to be there. Remember, Spirit said to me, he'll be cured 95%. There's always going to be something. We all have something that we have to work with, right? All of us. So it's about not beating ourselves up, forgiving ourselves for the past, believing that we can do it, believing that we can make a difference, and just pick it up and keep moving on. It's time to move on. And if you're around people that are causing you to capitulate, cave in, you're not around the right people. That is a lesson that you need to learn. That's the lesson. It's not that, wow, I blew it because I slipped and I did this, or I said that, or this occurred. No, what it was you slipped by choosing to be around the wrong people. That's the lesson that you haven't learned yet. You haven't learned that it wasn't so much the activity, whatever it was that you did, it's that you need to change the people you're associating with. And that's probably the harder lesson. And you're going to have that lesson until you do it. Bye-bye, Bunny Buns. Thank you for hanging out with us. We're walking back. I love that. Remember I said eucalyptus trees? I do like eucalyptus trees. I just like them in a more moist climate rather than out in the middle of a desert. I like them along the coast. There's our view, you guys. So, when I get to the car, okay, there's a black phoebe again, the same one sitting on there. So it's black phoebe, the bunny rabbit, and the falcon. We're gonna get all of those messages. Creativity, fertility, timidness, quick thinking, alert, right? Bunny, you gotta that's about adaptability and flexibility as well, right? They move quickly. It's about giant leaps forward. The falcon is telling us something wonderful is happening, but it's also telling us to stay vigilant, stay on the alert. Love that tree. That tree wants to be climbed by me. But we'll go do a reading first. That does. There's a lot of sap in that, though. I'd probably ruin these pants. Otherwise, I would definitely be in that tree. Ooh, did you see the spear? Did you see that? Let's grab onto that. Grab onto that energy. Now, use that energy. Pull that into you. Straight down from Spirit. Yeah. Freaking like that. Okay, so we're going to go down into the car, and then I think... Ooh, look! I think I have to go over in the playground and play afterwards. I'm really thirsty, so I need to get water. Oh, I picked the right side of the park, didn't I? The side with not very many people. So we'll go down.
I parked
We'll go down into the car, plug us in, and I think I'll give everybody one more message. I think that's what we'll do. We'll work it out that way. Shoot, the sun's in my car. It's going to be kind of warm. All right. Scott's doing his Uber, so I said, we didn't even take a picture. And he's like, we can take one later. So I don't know if I'll meet up with him or not, but it was fun to come down with somebody else. Oops. I get so tired of doing everything by myself. Okay, here we go. Let's plug us in. We're gonna have the radio blast. Hold on. I'm better now. So, I see you with other dudes. See, so there's somebody who feels like they let somebody down. I wonder what it's gonna take. So here's a message. You probably think you're better now. You only say that because I'm not around. See, now that's a message, because that is what some people feel, right? I would have given you everything. So somebody has let somebody down. They feel they probably have, right? They probably have. They probably hurt them and they let them down and they're feeling bad about it and they're not around, but they're watching that person and they love that person. So are you going to allow your ego to stay in the way and not contact the person that clearly you still love? Clearly you want to be right with that person. Is there a reason that you are not choosing to speak to that person? Are you still doing the things that hurt that person? Have you changed? If you have, why don't you do something about it? Right? In our messages that we got, Spirit says time to take action. Do something. You know what you need to do, right? I'm nervous. Hold on. I shouldn't be driving with my hand holding a phone, but there's nobody up here. I just want to get us out of the blasting sun. There, my eyes are coming back. Okay. Where can I be? Oh, puppy pants. There's a dog running right across the road. Not good. Get out of there, you stinker. Okay, seriously? That dog was like gonna go right in front of my car. Not smart. Okay, we're gonna park in a parking lot. And we're gonna park facing into the trees. There we go. There. So I can go like this and I can let you guys see. It's still kind of pretty, right? All right. Let's see if that person learned a lesson. Hold on. He did. Ring, ring, I'm calling you. See? Ring, ring, I'm calling you. A second ago, he's like, you probably think you're better off. I let you down. You're probably happy that I'm not around. I don't know. Why don't you find out? And then what does he do? He calls her. Okay. I wish I had a, I do. I have this here, but I don't like you down that far because then you're like looking at my nose. So, two things. First, I need to drink of water. And it's very important. Water is so important to hydrate you. For more than just thirst, it's like it's cleansing. I get that right now we really need to cleanse. A lot of us, like if you've been through an emotional time, if you've been through emotional time, if you've been through a physically challenging time, water is really, really important. It's cleansing. It cleanses of the toxic energy in our bodies. So it's always good for us to be drinking water. Okay, so we're going to, I'm just gonna call out the message, like the signs, if we're gonna do it that way. I could show you them again, I suppose. Yeah, because you already know the ones you picked. So I'll put them in my lap. And I'm gonna call these out again. Okay. Nose ring. I'm trying to do this where there's room so that I can use my, I've got grass all over my seat. I should have a truck. I've always wanted a truck, you know, 'cause I'm such a tomboy. Okay, so we're gonna go back to Lucy Cavendish. I shouldn't go very long. So what I'm gonna do is, I think what I'm gonna do is we're gonna get one message for everybody, and we'll get one message each from the angel answers, okay? Because I shouldn't have to have readings that go on ridiculous amounts of time. So we're gonna get one message for everyone. This is a wild card message. It's a message for everybody that Spirit wants to share. This is what we're gonna do. And your message is, wow, this is amazing. That's amazing. They gave us this again. So, think about that. That guy that was just talking, you probably, I let you down. Look at his face, or her face. I let you down, I let you down. You probably think you're better off because I'm not around. Are you feeling sorry for yourself? Are you feeling sad and depressed like this? Constantly on your mind, right? Is that what's making you feel so blue? Look at your skin tone and look at your face. Is it making you feel sick to your stomach? This is a peace, a blessing of peace after a battle. So if you've let somebody down, if you've been through something really challenging and you've done some changing, this is blessing on you. This is after the battle that you've gone through. Please believe that peace is here. It's being brought out twice. Right? Trust in that. Ask for peace. Maybe that's the message. Slide back. Ask for peace on the situation, right? I ask for I got some messages through Scott and through myself. Yesterday, I saw a video of a Red Hawk that went flying face first into a car, head-on collision. And he said, wow, I was in Hollywood and there was a female officer, I mean, not a female officer, there was an officer on a motorcycle, went head-on into a black BMW. And the officer was really, really hurt. And the guy in the black BMW ran, he took off. So there was a collision of, I got that yesterday too. And I said, wow, and I showed him the video of the Red Hawk, you know, and it ended up being a female Red Hawk. So a female collided head on with the black BMW. Now, the female Red Hawk, her beak was stuck in the grill of the car, but she was fine. Her wings weren't broken, her neck wasn't broken, she was fine. He ran, right? So he thinks that he let her down. He thinks he did this, he ran. And the guy, and Scott says, wow, do you know what, when you think about that, when you're talking about that, earlier yesterday, we were driving along, and he goes on the way to the gig, and he says, and I saw a bird, and he says, a car hit it, and it tumbled. And I look back, and he says, that bird just got nailed by that car. And it's, at first they thought that the Red Hawk was a male bird, right? And I said, interesting, I'm the Red Hawk, right? So I got tumbled yesterday, and I did. I got tumbled with the things that I was shown and the beliefs that I had. It tumbled me. It made me feel sick to my stomach. It did. It was like, wow, right? And he said when they went past, they looked on the side and it was a Red Hawk. And I said, that's interesting. And then he said but he said that the cop on the motorcycle bike that hit the BMW was a male. So a man and a woman head-on collision. Both were hurt, but not dead. Both would recover. Both had been through a lot. Now the one Red Hawk was dead. The one Red Hawk on the side of the road was dead. So that message, that was a messenger, and the messenger died. That message died. So I have to think about that. Something that was delivered, and it was an ending. So a message was delivered that was an ending. And one ran from the one that was the police officer, he ran. And the one that head-on collision, which was me, I was the Red Hawk female bird that hit the car, I was okay. Because I got wedged into something mentally, right? I got wedged into something that hit me head-on, and I got stuck on it. But I said, I'm so, and the words that I chose, that I put on my page was, I'm so grateful that a loving, kind person came along, those people came along and assisted that messenger And they weren't sure, you know, are her wings okay? Is she going to be able to fly? Is her neck okay? She was fine. She was a little stunned like I was, right? But what came along to assist me? All morning, I got message after message and sign after sign and emails. And I talked about it earlier in the earlier reading today. You guys will understand it when I'm talking about this now, when you watch that. That showed me that it wasn't what I thought. Now, I'm not going to go all the way one way and see the fantasy, right? I'm not. I see the reality. I see. You know, I know what I've watched. I've seen a lot of things. But Spirit has always said, it's not quite as bad as that. It's not quite as perfect as all that, right? Come to the center and be realistic. So that's what happened. I was assisted back on my path. Spirit guided me back. Now, I probably needed to see that because I was probably not wanting to see the truth. I really truly wanted it to be more pie in the sky, right? I really truly didn't want to believe the things that I was being shown, and that's why Spirit said, pay attention to the red flags. They're not jokes. They're real, right? You need to look at that. And it was so bad that it was awful, right? And so I needed to see that. So then they brought me back and said, okay, it wasn't that bad. It's not that bad. But now that you are being realistic, now we can go on from here. So sometimes we are looking at things a little bit too much of a fantasy. And sometimes we get stuck thinking, oh my God, it's over. It's the end. It'll never be fixed. And that's not the truth either. So Spirit's saying there will be peace after this battle. So I like that. Interesting how long it took me to get that message out, right? Okay. So for those who chose this one, I think this was, I can't remember who it was. You know who you are. We're going to ask for the angel answers, another message. No. No. Just no. No. The answer to your question is no. Straight up. You know what you were asking. And if you don't know what you're asking, Spirit will show you what the no was in regards to. Sometimes we get the no later. Somebody may ask you to do something. No, not a good idea. Like with me, the guy at the market, right? He was a really good looking guy, and he was trying to put his arm around me, and he was trying to keep me there, right? And somebody else walked up, and I thought, I'm not interested in this. And Scott goes, we talked about in school, and he says, what was Eric to you? And I said, he was my best friend. He was actually the first boy I ever kissed. And he says, I thought I'd be the first one you kissed. And I said, you were always my friend. And he's like, I should have kissed you. And I'm thinking, yeah, well, that wouldn't have happened unless I said it was. And then I was talking about the boy that I saw, right? The young guy that we saw. And he says, he was asking about his dad. And I said, he's just a friend. He was just a friend. I said, I find generally that most people end up they're better off just as friends. That's kind of, I'm not open to very many people, right? I have somebody in my heart and I have somebody in my mind, and it always seems to have been that way. And if you're not that person, I don't go outside of that. And so that person, he was really good looking. He really was. I was looking at him, I was thinking, you know, and he had my brother's name, and no, the answer for me was no, you know. And so when somebody came along, I said, I'll let you go. You know, I took my opportunity to escape the situation. And he's like, wait, Sherry. And I said, no, I gotta go. I said, nice to meet you, thank you. The answer was no. And remember, I get in that song, you know, I bet you wish, okay, here's an answer for you. I bet you're happier that I'm not around. No, I'm not. And you know who you are. And no, I'm not happier that you're not around. No, I'm not happy with you. But no, I'm not happier that you're not around. When you say no to somebody or about something, right? This is one of the things I spoke about. Since when did no become try again in a half an hour? No is no, but people don't seem to get that, right? But maybe they don't seem to get that because you're not clear. So when I look at this, maybe you need to make your answer no be a little bit more clear. right? Don't be passive aggressive. Don't be the nice person. Don't do what I did. Don't try to appease people when you don't want to. But let your no mean no and your yes mean yes. Don't fudge it. And I've made it very clear, even to Scott, you know where my heart is, and it's no. It's I'm there as a friend. So maybe that's the message. Spirit is saying no. The answer is no. Have you slept with somebody else? No. Is it over for us? No. Should I take that job? No. Whatever it is for you, the answer is no. Okay. For those who chose the chocolate peanut butter with only 1% protein, God, I'm so glad that I only got a couple of those ones. Jeez. Recovery. So we've got this the other day. This is nice considering the messages that we've gotten, right? You are in a period of recovery. Maybe somebody needs to go to recovery. Maybe you've been in recovery. Maybe they've been in recovery. Maybe they should be in recovery. You are experiencing a recovery financially, or your health. Will you recover? Yes. This is a sign that there will be a recovery. If you're worrying about someone, I had a client write to me and they wanted to know about their dad. And if I were to do a reading, and this is one of the messages that I would get, like when I did a reading for when Lily was so sick, right? And the doctor said, just take her home. There's nothing we can do, just make her comfortable. And I prayed. First of all, power of prayer is huge. Your energy can change a situation. You can be going in one direction, and because of your loving energy or your will or your desire or your intention, you can shift that. You can shift someone's health. I did a reading and I said, please don't let her go. Please, she's been through enough. Please don't let her go. Please don't let her go. Don't let her be sucked back into that, right? Don't let her give up. Don't give up. That's another message. No, don't give up. So I did a reading after I prayed and cried. I was on my hands and knees bawling. And I used this deck and I used my Archangel Raphael deck, and I got a healing miracle is imminent. And then I got use your healing abilities. And then I got nature and holistic means would be helpful. Prayer is very powerful. And then again, I got recovery. There will be a recovery. So right now, you're being told this is a period of recovery. It may be emotional recovery. It may be spiritual recovery. Maybe you have slipped off your path and you're trying to get back on land again, right? Maybe you went down a path that you maybe shouldn't have. Maybe you've been dealing with I'm looking at mechanical room right now. Mechanical room. So remember, we've been getting a lot about sexual dysfunction. Maybe you have had a problem with that. You will. Because I saw that and that keeps coming to my head, there will be a recovery. And it's funny because sometimes people think, yeah, we've tried everything. Yeah, but you know what? There's nothing, a lot of times they'll say that your body is not responding, but a lot of times it's emotional. And the Western medicine does not cover emotional healing, but spirit does, and we do. So if you have not been mechanically able to function in whatever, I'm using the sexual dysfunction because it kept coming up. It has to do with your mental state. It has to do with your emotional state. You're probably around negative triggers, and it has a lot to do with who you're with, right? A lot. So there, I saw that mechanical room. So another thing, mechanical room. Mechanical would be like the way you're behaving. You're behaving mechanically. So you're behaving like a robot. Like I kept getting in the message, they called the machine and he came to work. When you're a machine, you're just doing what others ask you. You have got no feeling, right? So there needs to be recovery of your emotional feelings so that you can move forward. Mechanical room. I'm seeing that mechanical. So maybe you can't see it right now. Maybe it's difficult for you right now, but there is something really good. They show a joyful future for you. And it could mean that this period of recovery is almost complete, whatever this is. And if that's the case, and sometimes we don't even realize that, say thank you right now. Thank you to Spirit for helping you recover. Maybe it's recovery of a relationship, right? And it's almost complete. So see it, say it, visualize it, affirm it, ask for it, trust in it, and then let it go. Okay, so for those who chose this useless plug without the cord, that's literally sitting here in the car seat, we're going to go to your little message. Choose a new direction. Okay, where do you need to go? Time to go in a new direction. I see this couple. I don't know if you guys can see. This couple, they're standing there with their baby, which their baby could be their cat, their dog, their child, or their project. But he's pointing ahead, and he's calling on spirit. See his wand? His light is lit up. He knows where he wants to go, and they're leaving. They're choosing a new direction. Look at the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow the yellow brick road. Follow, 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 follow the yellow brick road. We're off to see the wizard. Where does the wizard reside? In the forest. But they're moving forward on their illuminated path, and look at how many myriads of angels are look, can you see this? Those are myriads of angels, legions, with their lights on, lighting your way, cheering you on. Choose a new direction. So where is it that you want to go? Choose the direction. What calls to you? What does your heart want? What is your soul longing for? Clearly where you're at's not the place to be if you need to choose a new direction, because the circumstances you're finding yourself in right now aren't going to give you what you need. They're not fulfilling. You're not going to progress where you are presently. You know that right now in your heart you're not happy with the way things are. You know that there's something out there waiting for you. You know that the world is holding something for you that you want to get your hands on, right? Make a conscious choice to be who you want to be. So if you are that person that's feeling so down and low, right? Make a choice right now to choose a new direction. I'm going to change that mindset, and I'm going to go in a positive direction. I'm going to change the way I wake up and I think in the morning. I'm going to change my association. I'm going to change who I go to for guidance, right? I'm going to change who I listen to. I'm going to choose a new direction. It's a positive direction. I'm going to choose to drink water instead of alcohol. I'm going to choose not to smoke pot. I'm going to choose to throw away that cigarette. Whatever it is, it's not helping you right now. Choose a different direction. Create the plan. What is your action plan? Get a plan in order. That's what the Falcon messenger. Wait till you get the full Falcon message, but get a plan in order. Be able to remain flexible. That's what the Falcon says as well. Sometimes, like, they flap their wings, they flap, 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 and then they glide, right? So it's not about running the full way, like it's like a cheetah. They run quickly and short distances. So get a plan in order. Start taking your action steps. And Spirit says immediately start going. You know that you need to change something. Okay, so now we're going to go to, I think this is the last one, right? I hope it is, because I'm holding this still in my lap, and I thought we did this one already. I could ask myself, what cards did we get? We got no, we got choose a new direction, and we got recovery. Yeah, so this is the last one. So this is for, and I'm going to eat this right afterwards, cranberry and citrus. Yum. Cranberry is important right now, and so is citrus. Cranberry juice is very important right now, and citrus, frozen citrus in your water, alkaline water. This is important. And yogurt, especially for me. And this is a good source of protein. I do know that this one I looked at specifically. This one had a higher quality of protein. You know what's interesting? My friend Julie is the one who suggested this one for me. She was trying to lose weight, right? I'm trying to eat healthy. And so her interest was, I only want 90 calories. My thought was, if I'm gonna eat something, instead of eating that and I gotta grab something, I want to eat something that, yeah, it's not gonna put a lot of weight on me, but I want to eat something that's good for me, right? So I picked out this one, and this was a good source of protein. So don't ask your friends. You know what you need. You know what you're looking for, and it's not what they're looking for. She was looking to lose weight. She didn't care about what she was putting in her body. I do. Same thing about your spirituality, right? I care about what goes in my mind. I care about the energy that I absorb. So why would I not listen to what my own guidance is? That's the first message for all of us. Okay. So our next message for the cards. I'm going to shuffle them a little bit. And then I got to figure out what I'm doing. I think I put my phone on Do Not Disturb, so even if Scott is wanting to grab dinner, I'm not available right now. Okay. That was pretty clear. Perfect timing. Perfect timing. Yay. So whatever it is that you were asking about, whatever it is that you were thinking about doing, this is the perfect time. I was thinking that it's time to grab something to eat, and I'm going to eat that. It's the perfect time. My body is hungry. Sometimes I wait a little too long. And see, that's another message. Maybe you're waiting a little bit too long. Don't. When you start feeling something, it's like people say to me, how do you know, if you should call somebody, or if you should act, or if you should, when it's time to move forward? You'll feel that urge to do so. Don't talk yourself out of it. Don't let fear get in the way. Don't let doubt get in the way. Don't let other people get in the way. Don't imagine, oh, they're doing something else. Oh, they're somewhere. It doesn't matter, right? None of my family or friends think that I should do this. Nobody thinks I'm ready. But you felt that push. You do it. Same thing with food. I'll think to myself, I'm getting a little bit hungry. And then I wait. And then I wait. And then I wait. And then you know what happens? You don't eat. And you don't eat. You get a headache, you get dehydrated, you start getting really tired, and your body then decides that as soon as you do eat that, it's going to hold on to it, and you gain weight. So when you start feeling you have that energy to move towards something, do it, right? So now Spirit says this is the perfect time for the situation that you've asked about. Now is the time. Now, not tomorrow, not next week. Oh, well, okay, but maybe I'll do it tomorrow. It's getting kind of late. No, now. Now is the perfect time. Don't delay. Don't hesitate. Spirit says that there's a gateway, that there's a doorway open. They wouldn't say perfect timing right now if that wasn't the message. So even if you don't feel prepared, if it's a job, if it's whatever it is, a lot of times that's what stops us. We don't think we're 100% ready. And what did that song say? You're probably happier, better off without me. No, that's not what your body wants to do, and that's your own ego and your fear talking you out of something, right? So reconsider that, because the conditions are ripe, which means juicy, which means good results. So trust that even if you don't think you're ready, Spirit says you are. So let's see if there's a song for us. Song's called Babe by Sugarland and What a Shame. Didn't want to be the one that got away. What a shame. Didn't want to be the one that got away. Big mistake. Broke the sweetest promise. Never should have made. I'm here on the kitchen floor. You call, but I won't hear it. So here. How could you do this, babe? You really blew this, babe. Okay, so maybe that's what it is. Maybe you're worried like that, right? She's hurt. You blew it. You said no one else. You blew it. You lied, or you whatever. And so a lot of times maybe people are afraid to confront a situation because they don't want to get yelled at. They don't want to have awkward conversations. So what are you going to do? She's still calling him babe, right? She loves him. You blew it. Babe. You're not going to call somebody babe if you hate them, if you're over, if you're done. You still love them. So if you're worried about making a call or making an effort or reaching out, and you're letting that stop you, that is what you leave. You leave that person that loves you broken, hurting. You've already hurt them. Why don't you do something to remedy the situation? Remember the song? It's been a while. It's been a while since I could hold my... Maybe she doesn't understand. Maybe she doesn't know what happened. Maybe she does. Right? Let's get real, Sherry. Maybe she does know. And maybe that's it. Oh, shit. Right? They found out. Well, you know what? Be a man. Or be a woman. Own up to your mistake. Own up. And it isn't a mistake. You made a choice. You made a choice. But I'm sorry I made that choice. Okay? You only know if you try, right? And if you don't try, and you're feeling that energy, and you're allowing fear or pride to stop you, and you want to call it, oh, they'd be better, I'm sure they're better off without me, like that song. You probably are happier. How do you know if you don't try? And it's not fair because you've already hurt the person. You've already let them down. Why don't you give them the grace at least to have the conversation and to tell you? And you know what? If they do want to walk away and they do want to say no, you deserve that, right? But you don't know unless you try. And Spirit's telling you it's the perfect timing. So if you are somebody who was wondering about that, and those are the two songs that came on, sounds like somebody is in that situation. Spirit's saying it's the perfect timing. There's a doorway open, and now's the time. So if the doorway's open, go through it. And right now, we got a couple here. A couple of crows hanging out. Couple of crows, couple of dogs, couple of people. All couples. There's a message. All right, you guys, I gotta go. I'm gonna turn my phone back on. I hope you enjoyed this. I'm gonna upload both readings and hopefully you'll get them soon. I'm all humid hair down at the beach. I have like slight natural curly hair, but not much, but it affects me too. All right, you guys, I love you. I'll talk to you soon. Bye.